Hit him with a chopper like. Is that right? Listen here, little homie. You ain't gotta listen to me. Just hear me out real quick. Ain't nothing funny about the street shit. It'll drain you of your love. Cause you're gonna do everything for those who don't give a fuck. Now you're rolling 4 deep, yeah. With a burner on your lap. Yeah, you said you was a rider. Now you can't take it back. Hold up, little homie, you about to end your life. Trying to prove that you are what you ain't for them stripes. How you gonna explain the pictures from the other night? Taking selfies with the burner and you did it for them likes. Better look into the mirror, what you think your skin is, why you shaking?
Like, if you go back to the Mayan calendar, like it says it, that this, in this era, the new version of what we were is gonna be at its peak, you know what I mean? Like, this is where the history has been trying to get us to. Like, we're a hybrid of what was started in Mexico, you feel what I'm saying? Like, at this point, even the cut with the European was necessary according to the calendar, you feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're intelligently, physically, like, capable now to reach our full potential, you feel what I'm saying?
How was it when you were working G Perdico?
He's a homie.
That fool's
That
cool
fool's
as
a
fuck,
homie.
or
He's
what?
cool as fuck. He's a street fool, you know?
That's
He's a street cat. He knows how to act and shit and carry himself. He carries himself well. He's very intelligent, very ambitious. He's very open with giving you advice, you know? He's called me on a personal level and like told me like, hey, this is what you need to do, you know?
Oh, that's
like, I see an opportunity for you and your people and shit, and like, this is where you need to take it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is your mentality, and you know, he pretty much told me like, look, man, this is rap. Like, not everybody that you make a track with is on your page, you know? He's all, but it's a business move. Execute business moves. Like, don't be so hood when it comes to that. You know what I mean? As long as they're not snitches, as long as they're not fucking child molesters, like, do your shit. You know what I mean? If it's beneficial to your brand, if it's beneficial to your movement, execute an executive decision. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And every time I see him, show me stupid love. You know?
Because you work with him and RJ. I seen that.
Yeah. RJ's the homie.
And
RJ too.
That shit at No Hole right here at the liquor store with that video. I was like,
Yeah. I had to come to the hood. You know what I mean? Show the
that's
homies
right.
love and shit. And that's a big thing that I do. I shoot in a lot of neighborhoods. You know, like I've gone to the Watts to shoot with the homies from Gangster at the Jordan Downs. Like, they showed me a lot of love, invited me out there and gave me a fucking, you know, show me love and shit. I go to a lot of neighborhoods because, I'm bonded to everybody on the street, man. You know, like I genuinely do. Like, I love the streets, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I love the streets. I love every single part of it. You know what I mean?
So what do you think about Chino? I think it's Chino Grande.
Chino Grande?
I think,
Yeah,
weren't you
I know
you were
he,
with him in Centinela? Weren't you in the yard?
Nah, I wasn't with that fool. But you know, the thing with him is like, you know, like I guess I don't want to say my sureño etiquette kicked in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's from my area. He's from Southeast. You feel what I'm saying?
From Whittier, right?
Yeah. So the way I saw it is like, you know how it is, dog. Like, when you're on the yard, you clean up your own mess, your own backyard. You know what I mean?
right.
So I felt like I had to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I had to go there and address the goofy shit he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's claiming the area heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's claiming that part, and it's like he's trying to be the face of where I'm from. You know what I mean? You're not the face of where I'm from, fool. You're not even close to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to represent like everybody that came before us and that's presently here now. Like, you're not the one, homie. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get your shit together before you even talk like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And for one, this is A, this is Y, and B, this is Y, and 3, this is Y. And, you know, you don't like it. Like, you have the opportunity to do something about it, but you won't because you're a coward, homie. You feel me? So,
I see exactly
it's cowardness for the wrong reasons, though. You see, there's a difference between somebody being genuinely scared of something because it's something to be feared, and there's a difference when somebody is scared of something because they have a hidden agenda behind it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'll respect you if we're in the car together, dog, and we're gonna go smoke somebody, right? And you tell me, hey, Bozo, like, I'm not really ready to take this ride, fool. I mean, like I've been thinking about it. I'm like, look, Dick, honestly, I'm glad you told me now before I found out and we're fighting this case.
Yeah,
or we're jumping out and they're shooting back. You know what I mean? Like I respect you more now than, you know what I mean? Than you think. Like, don't trip, I'm dropping you off. All right? Then it's different than somebody fucking telling you they're scared on the stand telling on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
After the fact, there's two different type of fears, dog, and one you got to be honest about, and one is completely the opposite of honesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not calling him a rat. I'm not saying he's a rat, but what I'm saying is that the fear was behind that he has is behind the wrong intentions because he knows he's fucking lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he knows he's misleading our youth, and he knows that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing when he's representing what the fuck he's representing. You know what I'm saying?
You said he was claiming Whittier?
No, he is from Whittier. He's from a gang called Whittier Trece.
He's from Whittier?
Yeah. He's from Whittier Trece. Yeah, shout out to the homies from Whittier Trece, except that fool. But anyways, yeah.
No, I was born and raised in Whittier, but I'm from the valley.
Yeah. Nah, he's from Whittier Trece. Yeah, he's always been from that hood. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, at one point, you know, he was a respectable dude. You know what I'm saying? He was being about what he was talking about. But currently, like, he's not. And you know, he shouldn't be talking about what he's talking about if he's not. You know what I mean? You gotta be honest with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let me ask you a question, man. What would you say to somebody who says your music is negative and it maybe makes youth want to be a gangbanger?
What I would say to a person like that is that you can't relate to me in my perspective, and you can't relate to me and my audience. Like, my audience is my audience for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that I'm not gonna judge them, just as I don't let nobody judge me on my lifestyle. Like, I'm a reality rapper. Like, I'm telling you what's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, how easier can I make you aware of your surroundings if I'm not telling you the perspective of a killer? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like to see a tiger in the zoo is completely different to be in the jungle with a fucking tiger. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm speaking to my audience, it's like I'm that dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'll knock you off, homie. And this is how we think. So either you're thinking like this and you're gonna survive, or you're the fucking prey. You feel what I'm saying? Like, which one are you? And if you don't want to be either one, then this honesty is gonna let you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some fools are very serious about knocking people off, dog. You know what I mean?
Right. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry. What makes you different from the other rappers that portray something? Like, you know, like they portray there's somebody that Chino was behind it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you don't point him out because it's not fair.
That guy knows nothing about the rap, but I get it. That was a good question though.
You know what I mean? It's just like
I know how about
these other guys that
I don't know if I'm different than completely everybody, because I know a lot of good homies that are in the grind.
Tekashi.
You know? Oh
He
shit.
betrayed a certain person he was, but he wasn't really that.
I think that's supposed to.
How do you explain it to like say an older person like me?
Oh, to another person like you is that the difference is that I'm not okay. This is corny. It's gonna sound corny, but
great question.
I'm not a rapper, dog. You know, like, I'm somebody that's using rap music to try and correct a lot of wrong that I did in my past. Like, I feel like I have an obligation after doing so much dirt and so much shit.
Making amends.
Yeah. I'm trying to make up for a lot of shit and make my family proud and uphold my neighborhood and uphold my last name. So the purpose that I'm here for is to make people proud. You know what I mean? And therefore influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to get rich. I don't even want to be rich. I just want to be cool, like,
Show
financially.
these kids a better
Yeah.
life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need a lot of shit that rappers need. Like, my ego is easily fed, dog. Like, I told my girl a long time ago, like, look, man, if I get rich, don't expect me to buy a Benz. Like, I'm gonna buy a G-body. You know what I mean? Just do a Chevy on 26s and we're straight.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Something that I can have the homie work on when it breaks down. You know what I'm saying? If we buy a house, it's not gonna be a mansion. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you made a fan today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
No,
particularly with
a lot of people don't know how articulate this man is, how smart this guy is, and they see it just because they see the rap. I'm telling you.
It's cool though.
Yeah, I looked at
It
you
is
like
what
a
it is. You know, like you know what you gotta understand. Like, at the end of the day, rap is that voice that you wish you could translate every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for men and for women, it's like, you know, a lot of us just want to be like, man, fuck a bitch. You know what I mean? It ain't about shit. You know what I mean? I'm on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't really voice that like just normally walking around. Because honestly, dog, we all think like that all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? We all have that, but at the same time, we have the maturity to understand like you can't live like that. You know what I mean? So rap music, it gives you that voice that you know what I mean. You kind of want to say like, you know what I mean? You might be a father and a husband at home and shit, but when you get in that car, you throw in my CD, you're me, dog. You know what I mean? You want to be like that fool is like, man, fuck a bitch, and fuck you too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're on the streets, homie. You're on the streets.
So it gives you that freedom. You know what I mean? For a second, and that's all I'm doing. Like that's all I want to do. You know what I mean? I want to empower you, dog. I want you to listen to my shit. I've been going through some shit lately with the rap music, right? Like I don't want to say the opposition, but the other rappers that are around me be like, why you guys fuck with Bozo so hard? Like he don't got bars. What they mean by bars is like, I'm not saying slick shit like, you know, like the metaphysics and numbers. This is all right. But I'll tell you, let me see. For instance, like I could tell you something like, maintain composure, ain't no closure, and you're chasing a bitch. You ain't how to say it? Maintain composure, ain't no closure, and you're chasing a bitch. You don't turn to no pussy when you want to get rich. You don't ask your girl to serve on a lifetime sentence. There's consequence to the business. Is you backing out, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, like your shit's pretty sharp, but what the fuck does that speak about in life?
Some reality.
You know what I mean? Like this is volumes I'm giving you, dog. Like, you know what I mean?
Reality.
What the fuck you talking about? Like, I don't want to hear your smart ass shit. Okay, you're smart, dick. I get it. You know what I mean?
So who do you have on your playlist? If I were to go on your phone and look at your playlist,
shit.
Who do you listen to?
Fuck. A lot of older shit and some new shit. New current rappers that I'm listening to is like I like some of the new young shit like rare like NLE Choppa. I listen to that fool. I'm heavy on RJ. I still listen to Joe Moses, G Perico, the fools that I fuck with.
Right.
That's why I listen to them because I fuck with their music. You feel what I'm saying? I'm an OT Genesis.
What about like a China Mac?
Shoreline Mafia. China Mac is dope, but he's not speaking from my like I guess my background, like where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like he's speaking on New York shit and I can hear it. I get it. You know what I mean? See, the thing is this, dog, that when you're really gangster with this shit, I'm not saying when you're really with the gangster shit. When you really know gangster shit, you know? Yeah. You tend to be very critical of shit that people say in rap music. You know what I mean? So if they say something that doesn't pertain to you, right away you're like, eh. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal. Dude could rap. He gets off. He's fucking extremely talented. I love his hustle. I love his grind. I love what he represents. Because he represents a lot of similar shit that I do. Exactly. And he's doing it from a perspective the same way that I am. A culture that's not really, you know what I mean, accepted in hip-hop or expected to be talented. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I relate like a motherfucker, but do I play him all day, every day? No, I'd be lying if I said I did. You know what I mean? I like that West Coast sound. That's why I listen to RJ a lot too. You know what I mean? Because they still keep that West Coast sound alive. You know what I mean? Nipsey, he's dead, but I'm still listening to him every day. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't know. I mean, a lot of old school shit. You know? I listen to a lot of
black rappers. Do you mess with?
Main black rappers? Do I listen to?
Or
any rappers? I guess my favorite rapper right now. Damn, man, who the fuck is it? I can't really put my finger on a favorite one because he just died. You know?
What do you play every day?
What I play every day? Tom Kennedy.
Yeah, Tom gets off.
Cause it's like chill, you know what I mean? But okay, when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I jump in my car to go to work. Against All Odds is the first song that goes on.
Like that.
Hey, Tupac Against All Odds goes on. I mean,
do you ever actually put I don't know if it's not even CD number. Do you listen to your own music, or is that weird to you? Or
I listen to my own music when I first drop it.
Okay.
Like last night I recorded a song. I probably listened to it 30 times since last night. You know what I mean? Because I like it, and I'm like, and you know, a lot of times there's a lot of shock factor in myself. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Because shit happens and shit comes out that I'm like, whoa, I didn't think I was gonna write that. You know what
so you kind of, when you're doing your videos and you're doing your music, you kind of you go into a different persona, or
the mentality is completely different because at that point I do have to be a rapper and project that energy on camera. You know what I mean? So no longer am I just like one of the circle. It's like I'm the alpha male in the circle.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I gotta translate that. You feel me? I respect everybody that works around me and everybody, but at that moment it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta deliver. You feel me? And I accept that responsibility.
And then when you go back and you start looking at it, that's when you catch stuff like
Yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? I catch shit. And the process of music is amazing, man. You know? I feel bad for people that can't do what I do. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's a diary, man, you know? A lot of times you get to say shit that you wouldn't typically share with people or be able to express, you know what I mean, due to ego, emotions, insecurity, sensitivity, you know what I mean, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? So you're able to just talk shit freely, man, you know what I mean?
You take me as a very smart man, individual. You take me as a gangster ass fool. Now, do you ever think that you're gonna be in a position, and when it comes to it, gangster wise, are you gonna let your pride get in the way of separating you from your family, go back to prison? Is prison even like something you think about anymore, or how's that going on life-wise?
I accept it for what it is. You know, I accept the fact that I can change all I want. My environment is never gonna change. You know what I mean? So therefore, like, I accept the fact that, you know, I'm a Yeti now. You know what I mean? Like, to a lot of people, I'm a myth, I'm a legend, and everybody wants that Yeti on their trophy wall. You feel what I'm saying? So I accept that and I grasp that completely because I knew what I was doing when I stepped into this shit. I knew there was going to be some sacrifice and there was going to be a peace of mind that I was going to give up. But to me, that's a small price to pay to inspire people, you know what I mean? To inspire the youth, to possibly influence. The best way I could put it is like this. So I just put my daughter's 1 year old, you know?
Right.
Daughter's 1 year old. I put her in a video with me recently.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? And my little girl's 1 year old, dog, and she'll be across the fucking room, and I'll be going through Instagram, and somebody puts the promo clip on it. She hears it, you know what I mean? And she knows to come and look for herself on the fucking camera.
That's right.
But what I gather from that is that, like, she's already admiring her potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At that point, she's already like, damn, like, I'm on
Yeah,
fucking,
she knows.
you know?
She knows. She's aware.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's like, to me, it's huge, dog. You know what I mean? To me, that's priceless that I could do that for my child.
Is that your first kid?
No, it's my second child, but my first child, I had it in my gangbanging days, so I lost, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that happened.
I lost that bond. I lost the opportunity to raise her. Now we're cool, you know?
Right.
But it's been a process, you know? We hadn't talked for like 2 years before, like,
I'm sure she fucking hated
before
you for a minute.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, no doubt. And it's justified, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, I don't judge her on that, but I'm old school, dog. So I'm taught up like your father is your father. Whether right or wrong. If your father never disrespected you, your father never touched you and insulted your womanhood or malehood, like,
Yeah, but when the father's gone for so many years and not there, guess what? The kid's gonna say fuck you.
No, I know, but I've been in that position and I
Right.
still never disrespected my father.
Right. No, disrespect is one thing, but have like certain animosity.
I never did that neither. I couldn't do it.
But now that you have your 1 year old daughter, do you is life kind of changing for you in your eyes a little bit?
I find myself a lot more romantic, you know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I find myself like fucking, you know, like that. I don't know, man. I just find everything beautiful about her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it in my heart, and that's like new to me. You know what I'm saying? To have that kind of love is like, it's insane. You know.
That's right. So, man, when I hear you talk, it's all from the heart. What do you think is the future of our people if we keep fucking doing stuff like this, getting together, learning from one another?
Well, I've said it a while back. You know, everything's gonna change. Everything about our culture is completely gonna change. And I hope people are ready for it. You know, that's the hardest part about our culture and our people is that we're not willing to accept change. You know what I mean? To me, as long as the change is positive, it has to happen. You know what I mean? And you gotta accept it. Fuck your idealism. Fuck your translation of our history and our past. You know what I mean? Because our history is our history for a reason, and everybody knows it. Who the fuck doesn't know our history, dog? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we don't have to keep shoving that in people's throats. Like, our greatness and where we come from has been fucking documented forever. You know what I mean? So to keep fucking dwelling on that is bullshit.
Yep.
Like, focus more on giving our people 100 years from now to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, set your own volumes of history now. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, like, everything has to change. Like, this gang shit, it started for a reason. And that reason is gone. It died with that era. Now we have a new reason. Our new reason now is not to let our communities get gentrified, not to let our people go ignorant without education, not allow ourselves to fall victims to the fucking system and the wormhole that is fucking politics and fucking street laws that get fucking mayors elected and presidents fucking the White House. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, I think that it'll probably take about 50 years, 30 years, everybody's going to be cool with Mexican in this motherfucking country. You know what I mean? That's if they're not now. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this, like, it has to change, dog. Like, the mentality in the hood has to change, you know? Like, we now know the possibilities and the resources that are out there for us because we're exploring them through trial and error. You feel what I'm saying? I can't teach you how to cut, cook, and sell crack no more. But I could teach you how to fucking change electrical system in the backyard.
That's right, man.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, so those changes have to be accepted, and the hood has to change its mentality too. Like, don't teach the homies how to bag up meth and shit and sell it, because there's no profit in that shit. Send them little motherfuckers to go get a trade, or take them to work with you and teach them how to do something that's real profitable. And therefore, let's not make the hood a street gang. Let's make it a street enterprise. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Little by little. So that change has to happen. You know what I mean? But it has to change with us. Like fools like myself that are still tapped into the streets, and the little homies still look up to. You know what I mean? You got to set by example. You know what I mean? And it's easy, because that's in us anyway. It's in our DNA to be workers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's in our DNA to bust ass, and it's in our DNA to come home and give everything that we've earned to our family. That's what we do. That's what feeds our ego, you know what I mean, as a community. You know what I'm saying? We take pride in that shit. So we need to highlight that shit. Don't highlight the fact that, you know, you're out there fucking, I don't know, dog. Motherfuckers highlight stupid shit, dog. Like the number of bitches they fucking, all that shit and all that shit. You know what I mean? I talk about fucking women and being with women, you know what I'm saying? But I don't ever degrade the woman in that process, you know what I mean? I allow the women to know that they're the fucking reason for my, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like my fucking vessel, you know what I mean? Like it's a compliment. It's not me treating them as objects, you feel what I'm saying?
You know, we had a discussion a while back about Raza tearing Raza down.
Yeah.
Is it changing in the...
Nah, it's still a factor, but you know, you gotta understand that's just in our DNA, fool. You know, like tribalism has always been huge for our people. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it's coming up though, and it's a topic of conversation, that's the change. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of individual that when I like, best example I could tell you is when I talk to my nieces or something at home, right? I'm like, and I have a problem with them. The first thing I do is tell them this, like, hey, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're having an issue. Like, let me know what I'm doing wrong first so I could correct it, just in case I'm the one at fault. I might not realize it, but I need to know. You feel what I'm saying? And if I'm not doing nothing wrong, then hear me the fuck out, because you're fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come in to any situation, even with our people. You feel what I'm saying? Addressing this shit, like looking at yourself first. Because I was a fucking huge victim of that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. For years and years and years, I just thought that nobody was at my level for some stupid ass reason. You know what I'm saying? But shit, like life itself will teach you that, because on that pedestal you're on, like life will constantly knock you off that bitch if you're putting yourself on that pedestal. It's never on you to put yourself on a pedestal. It's on the people around you to put you on that. You feel what I'm saying? So like us hating on each other, that's just normal, dog. But it goes back to ego and machismo in our community. You feel what I'm saying? Like in every pueblo that you go to, wherever you're from, in Latin America, like fools are fucking walking around with fucking knives and machetes, and there's not even gangs. It's over ego. Like fools used to chop each other down over bitches. Like who does that shit? Dog, you're tripping if you're willing to kill a man over because your pride's hurt, my family's pride. Nah, dog. Your fucking families
have gone over, like, bam, just beefing like that.
Exactly,
huh?
And it was over ego, over pride. It was never gang. So what the fuck was their reason? It was ego and tribalism. You feel what I'm saying? That's just a mentality that has to go away. Will it ever go away? I don't think so, because every young human being goes through that phase, you know, where hormones and stick your chest out. But it has to end there. You know what I mean? You can't adapt that fucking mentality for your whole life, because you haven't evolved into your fullest potential. You feel what I'm saying? So leave the childish shit with the childish shit, and act like a man when you become one. It's in the Bible, dog. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to, you know, we need to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I mean? We need to tell each other, like, fool, like, you're too old for that shit, dude. Like, chill, fool. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of do that with my daughter when I talk to her.
Yeah.
I ask her sometimes, am I a decent father?
Yeah, you got to.
The right thing?
Yeah.
And sometimes she'll tell me, well, you're an ass with this, but, you know, you do this.
Yeah.
You know. So I kind of understand what you're saying, talking to your nieces, because it's you gotta look at.
Yeah, well, you gotta be sincere, dog. Like nobody's gonna listen to rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna listen to dictatorship. You know what I mean? It's when you talk to somebody as an equal that it works out. You feel what I mean?
That's right.
Even with your kids, at some point, you're not their equal because of your wisdom and your maturity, but you know, you're their equal because you've been through what they've been through. So you just put yourself in that mind state just to relate for a second. You feel me? Yeah. At that point, we are equals. You know what I mean? If I go back to my 15 mentality, now that you're 15, all right, we're equals. Like, I know where you're coming from. I got to be honest, though. Yeah, I was fucking bitches with no rubbers back then. None, all of them. Methed out, stealing from the liquor store. I get it. So I get why you're doing what you're doing. But you know what happened? But you know what happened though? Like I did all that and look what happened. Like I fucked up a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So therefore I want you to do better and you know what I mean, achieve greater things than I did, you know?
Yeah, we have to look at ourselves in order to change.
Yeah, you got to. Well, your children are a better version of yourself, always.
They're a better version of
you know what I mean? And you got to make sure that stays that way. Not a worse version,
well,
you know?
you met my daughter.
Yeah.
And she actually did a picture, and they made it into an art book.
Mm-hmm.
She did in high school, so she's far exceeded what I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you got to acknowledge that.
You
got to acknowledge that greatly, you know?
So where do you see the gang life going then in 10 years? Pretty much what you're saying. Hopefully it goes that route.
Yeah, it's gonna go more to the hustle mentality because you know, back like when I was young, like fools really glorified straps and bodies, you know? Yeah. Like if you had stripes on like you were the man, you know what I'm saying? Now it's different. Like the little homies look up to money.
That's right.
Little homies don't really give a fuck how many fools you kill.
That's right, as they should.
As they should, you know what I mean? So they're becoming more materialistic due to the time and age we're in, which is nothing wrong with that. Right. They just need to understand, like, bro, there's ways to get this shit. You know what I mean? And we got to show them the right way.
How was your transition when you first got out and you started doing this social media shit and you started going through trolls and shit like that? Were you letting
My transition was hard. Yeah, it was getting to me because I still had that mentality, you know, like fools want beef, like let's get it. You know what I mean? But nah, man, that shit that was quick. Like I learned fast from that, you know.
Yeah, I saw a couple lives where you're going hot.
I was going hot on fools. Yeah, I'm gonna kill motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking
like this fool. Right?
Yeah. That was when I was, you know, I was barely getting used to it.
Yeah, you gotta.
So now it's like different because now I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand, man. Like social media has become like that fucking secret mask that anybody could wear at any given moment, you know what I'm saying? And let their true fucking like haterism come out.
Yeah,
you know what I
There
mean?
you go.
And you know, I accept criticism though, you feel what I'm saying? Like I hear people like judging me on you know shit that's realistic, but I also see when people are just judging me just because they hate me, you feel me?
Right.
If you're speaking about music, do on my fucking bloodline, like you're stupid, dog.
No, but your shit's changed quite a bit because like I said, when in the early ages, people just talk shit and they try to see if they get under your skin, and eventually it's like fuck them. You're doing your shit. Now you look at your shit. Nah, this is a banger. This is banging. This is you see the feedback's fucking good, man. So you're doing something right. Yeah,
well, I'm you know, practice makes perfect. You know, you gotta be a student of whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really go in there with the intentions to do something special. You know what I mean?
So are you gonna? What's your plan on this? Are you gonna do this the day you drop or?
Nah, my plan is to do this a couple more years.
Okay.
Like 2 more years, hopefully. You know what I'm saying, and leave behind like I guess the impression on my people that fucking I want to help, like influence. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, maybe transition into something else. You know what I'm saying? Some other form of fucking entertainment. Not really necessarily entertainment, but just a different platform. Yeah, well, most definitely, I'm here to leave a legacy. You know?
No, you're leaving a legacy is dropping a message and knowledge. That's what it's about.
Well, the next phase is to go into acting. You know, but like real movies. You know, not like. Not no chafa shit. Like I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I don't appreciate the way that we're depicted in movies.
Oh yeah. So if at all.
So if I ever got the opportunity, I would have to be like in control, like some, you know what I mean, creative control. Yeah. I wouldn't just get in the movie just to get in the movie.
Yeah, of course.
I'd rather struggle than just sell myself for some bullshit.
That's what's up. So what you got coming up here in the future, brother?
I got a shitload of singles. I'm doing an album currently right now, just me and MISFIT SOTO. He's producing the whole album, me and him. And then I got so many singles because the day and age is singles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The reason I'm dropping the album is because I want to drop 4 albums this year. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to drop a bunch of fucking content. Because I'm on one right now, man. You know, like I see myself lyrically writing in this shit, and it's just like I'm just on another level right now.
That's
right.
You know
what I'm saying? And I acknowledge it, and I know that I gotta seize the moment. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I know that I gotta seize it, and I gotta take advantage of it. So I'm trying to do that. You know what I mean? And change the sound on my own. You know, like because you know, rap music, man, it's very easily to become a clone. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the key is to be different, and I acknowledge the fact that I bring something different to the table. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to do that, man. I want to go heavy, like hard as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have no agenda no more. Like, you know, when you first start, you're so eager to blow up, you know?
All right.
And you're so eager to be the best rapper and the most popular fool in the game. Like, I'm cool where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I seen an interview for Nipsey Hussle where he's like, it took 10 years, you know what I mean? But the 10 years were respectable 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like every year in his career, like there was growth, slow growth, you know what I'm saying? But it was loved, you know what I'm saying? It was like he was never really seen like a rapper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was seen like the homie. You know what I mean? So that's the direction I want to take. You know what I mean? Is do it gradually, slow, do it at my pace. I don't give a fuck about the radio. I don't give a fuck about videos. I don't give a fuck about what anybody's listening to. I just want to let my heart speak. You know what I mean? And I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the sound. I know what I'm doing. I know. I'll know the day that I can't do it no more. You feel what I'm saying? And I've lost touch. You know what I mean? But as of right now, the streets ain't letting me go. You know what I mean? The streets love me too much. They reach out to me way too much. You know what I mean? So I can't stop. Like there's a need, there's a void. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm cool with it. Like you know what I mean? I want to do that. I want to fill that void. You know?
That's right, brother. You got anything or what?
We're good.
Oh man, I'm here captivated by this motherfucker, homie. I'm like, just talk, homie. Just talk. No.
I think this is the best video. I think this is the best interview we've done. This guy,
shit, dude.
Nah. I mean, yeah, this guy's a fucking clone from the future, homeboy. They brought him back here, dropped some knowledge on us,
and
homeboy.
then he's gonna be the next Rock.
Oh man.
Next Rock, the Rock's the man.
So
Love that
are you on good terms with High Power?
Look, the situation. It's not the label, you know.
Yeah.
It was just, you know how it is, man. I'm a man at the end of the day. Don't play me for a sucker, dog. You know. And I don't want to kill you, but fucking give me that fade, run it, motherfucker. Like, let me get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you had the nuts to, you know what I mean, try to play me, like then have the nuts to see me. Yeah. But it's not about like I don't even hate him, dog. You know what I mean? It's just one of the things, just a fact. Like, Dick, like you knew I had your back, bro.
Yeah.
Like you knew I was willing to stand next to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the minute that you saw me, like, want more for myself and my family, like you try to play me, and that's not cool, Dick. You know what I mean? Like don't take my trust for granted. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's just that. Like it's not personal, like to where I want to kill him. Oh, fuck them and fuck that label. Nah, man. It's just, you know. But at the same time, though, like you gotta know when your time is up and his time's up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like let it go, bro. Like right now you're just in it for the ego, and that's obvious as fuck. You know what I mean? Because it's not for the movement. It's not for the betterment of our people. Right. Because you've had 40, 50 artists go through your fucking roster. And not one of them is lucratively successful right now. That's unacceptable, dog. Yeah. That's unacceptable. That's like you buying 50 homes in the hood and they all fucking are fucking... They're all condemned. Yeah. Nobody can live in them. How the fuck are you successful? How the fuck are you like showing love? Like that's not even... You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. Like, you know, nobody listens to them, though. Nobody feeling that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nobody's really like fucking... going to high power fucking concerts. Like, there's a few homies out here that are signed to the label, and I get it. I know where they're coming from, so I don't hold it against them. You know what I mean? They don't have the solution to what they're trying to achieve yet. So they're just like, you know, grasping onto anybody and looking for help. You know, to all them, man, like do it yourself. You're better off. If the talent's there, it's gonna speak for itself. Yeah. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it, dog. You could be fucking... Homie, best example I could give you is this. I got out of prison, dog. I was out 5 days. I went to a laundry room with a microphone and recorded a song. All right? That was 3 years ago.
What song was that?
I'm a Dump. I did a remix of like a EDM track, you know, like a electric dance music. It's called EDM, right? I did that shit 3 years ago, dog. And that was like horrible quality. You could hear it. It's on my YouTube. I left it up there. I left it up there so that people see the beginning. You know what I mean? Right. That was the first track that I ever recorded. Dog, I did that on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like all by myself. And to this day, homie, like I've fucking profited so much money off of this rap shit. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like I just believed in myself. You feel what I'm saying? And I went through the trials and I went through the growth, and I went from making $14 an hour, dog, barely being able to pay my bills and maintain myself, but sacrificing $50 for studio time. You know what I mean? And I had to do that. And I went making $14 an hour to paying for my own videos. You know what I'm saying? That's a paycheck. That's a paycheck. You feel what I'm saying? So believing in myself and doing it. But it's sacrifice. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. Everybody wants to be comfortable through the process. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to happen. There's times where my bank account is up, and there's times where it's completely flat. But I believe in the process. That's why it's called a grind, because at times it's going to hurt. At times it's going to be ugly. But after all that grind, that bitch shines hard as a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that is the process that I believe in, it, and a lot of motherfuckers need to understand that process. And there's a lot of people that are willing to do it, and there's some people that ain't. And you see the difference, you know what I mean? Like, I've had legal fucking issues come my way. I've had the streets try to knock me off this shit. I've had rappers try to knock me off this shit. I've had my own, like, just myself sometimes want to give up. But I don't know how to quit. I don't, that's not,
a quitter, that's fine.
that's not, that's not in me,
your
you know what I mean?
DNA.
It's not in my DNA, so I don't know how, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's the main thing that motherfuckers got to understand, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, and the joint never rap fool?
No, I didn't even
Never?
tell people
You
I
didn't tell
rapped.
people you rapped?
Like, if
Just get
people
the
knew,
hood, huh?
if people knew, then they knew. Yeah, well, what I found was that people...
But I'm saying, did you ever write? Like I mean, sometimes...
I wrote one song. I wrote one
down somewhere
song.
like, fuck it, I'm gonna
I wrote one song on the whole time I was in prison. Sanella B art. I did a video
Yeah, I
to
heard
it.
it. I heard that.
yeah.
There's like a mix or some shit. I
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah,
I
that's
seen
all
that.
I did. Besides that,
That was pretty good.
yeah, that shit's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything, man, that song's hard as fuck.
And that was the only song you wrote? Like, as
The
far as,
only
like,
song I
came
wrote in
out,
prison.
I had the song written down.
So you didn't write any more songs after
Nah,
that?
it's because it was like, it was just,
It's surviving.
I just didn't want, because I seen the way that the homies look at you. You know what I mean? When listen, man, prison is a Shark Tank, you know?
Yeah.
If you give
Yeah.
a motherfucker a reason to look at you like kind of goofy or something, they'll do it. And I already knew myself, so I was like, I don't want fools to approach me on that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I kept it hood, kept it G the whole time, because the rap game doesn't have no business in prison. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
Like, where I'm from is what I'm representing, so that's what you get. So I didn't write. I wasn't in the day room rapping for fools, none of that shit. On one term I did, though. The term before this one,
Yeah.
when I was down to 5 years, I was real young, you know what I mean? And the life, I was housed in the Lifer building with all the older homies.
Okay.
The fools doing life. And there was one homie in particular, Artie Boy from Winter Gardens. He had a boombox, and this fool would only let me borrow it to walk the yard if I did a freestyle at the weight pile every night. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So, and he wouldn't even hear it because he was what do you call it, close custody. So he couldn't come out to night yard. This is back when they gave us night yard. This is 90 some shit, not 90. This is early 2000s. So I used to fucking do my shit. You know what I mean? And the homies used to get fired up. But
We got Super 3 or something, too.
it was a Sony fool, like a
really?
righteous one. Yeah. But then I got out and I did my shit. And when I came back for the 10 years, I didn't do it. Like in the county jail, it was my county, LA. So a gang of fools knew I rapped.
Yeah,
there was times where the homies would be like, honey bun and a soda. I'll go get you one right now from the vending machine. Bust the fucking, I'll quiet down the tira, you know? So I would do that then. But once I got, fuck yeah, the homies loved me. So once I got to the yard, to prison, I didn't do it at all. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it was just like, I didn't, plus I was on a 3 yard in the cell, you know what I mean? I just didn't want to, not only that, fool, it broke my heart not to be able to do music. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it really hurt my feelings to not have that avenue no more, you know what I'm saying? To have,
So you just
it
kinda, like,
fucked
put it
me up
aside or something?
that I flushed it down the toilet. Like, I knew what I did. You know how he just said earlier, like, if this fool would have been down 10, would have been out
you
those
were
10.
out.
I acknowledged that while I was gone.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, brother.
You know what I mean? So to that fucked me up. You know what I mean? Like, to throw away an opportunity like that to be able to change not only your life but your family's. Like, I knew I fucked up. You feel me? So I just didn't. It was like that girlfriend that you don't want to call her right. You know what I mean?
But you still think about it.
Yeah, you still think about her all the fucking time.
Hey, Bozo, what would you, after going what you've gone through, would say to a young Latino kid who's 12, 13 years old and thinking about getting into a gang?
First thing would say love yourself and learn how to love yourself, because when you're young, you don't really grasp that thought. You feel what I'm saying? You're always looking for other people to validate you. Therefore, you care about yourself. But you only care about yourself because you see other people giving you attention. You know what I mean? And you're fucking a sponge for attention when you're young. You know what I'm saying? You're never truly happy on yourself because I guess, I don't know, you don't have your own identity yet, or you're trying to figure it out. But that thought process doesn't even come. Like, you don't even think about that. Like, damn, I don't love myself enough. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the key to me. You know what I mean? Learn to love yourself. So therefore, you don't need nothing else but yourself. You know what I'm saying? And, love yourself. Your family's a part of yourself. You know what I mean? What's naturally given to you is yours. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to love yourself, man. Learn how to be happy with just yourself. Like, don't worry about other people's validation as long as you got your own validation. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
So does that mean you want to join the hood or you not want?
That means that if you do join the hood, right?
Right.
You're bringing something to the hood. The hood isn't giving you something.
That's
you feel
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
So that's the difference. You know what I mean? Are you a fucking bench player? Or are you a starter? Are you the captain of the team or you're a role player? Like I can never be a role player. You know what I'm saying? I got to be the captain of this bitch.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think this has been a great podcast, man. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah,
with
no
your
doubt. I
wife,
appreciate you guys reaching out. I really
with
appreciate
your
it.
kids doing it. That's what it's about. We're gonna probably drop another handball tournament. I don't know if you saw that here in a few months, and hopefully you can
Oh, is that
swing by
right?
there.
I'll pull up, but I don't play handball.
Ah,
I play basketball, my
Go
boy.
for me. I shoot it. This time I'll
Yeah.
be good.
there you go, homeboy.
I play basketball.
Other than that, homie, I appreciate you
thank you.
coming through,
Appreciate you,
Carnal.
man. Mucho
For real,
gusto,
homeboy.
Yeah, Junior.
Appreciate you guys, no doubt.
So,
Time, OG.
we'll call it a day on this one, homie. Any shout outs, anything you want to get off your chest right now? Even though, come on, talk to me.
Shit, let me see what the fuck I gotta say.
Put a green light in America.
What do
Come on, homeboy.
nah, man, just you know, right now I'm really trying to put my YouTube channel out there, so if people go subscribe, it's under my name, Bozo. The content on there is all mine and it's all independent. You know what I mean? Everything that I'm doing right now is independently. It's coming out of my pocket. It's my
what's up.
sacrifice. It's my vision. It's my creation. So yeah, just fuck with it, man. And if you don't fuck with it, then you know it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just give on to the other video, homeboy. You don't gotta
that's
hate.
it. Yeah, it's all good. So that's what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? We're planting seeds. You know, watching them grow.
That's what's up, brother.
So do you got your own record label?
Nah, I'm just myself, an independent artist. I'm independently doing it. I'm still affiliated to Fan First out of Van Nuys. If you want studio time, fucking Instagram Fan First. I'm affiliated with Peep CNT Entertainment. That's the boy. I'm dropping an album with him too. Shit, man. I got music, man. Like I'm gonna drop fire. this
Yeah,
fucking
he
year.
does.
Huh?
What do I buy? Like, if I want a CD, where do I buy it?
Bozo. Just type in Bozo. I'm the only one, my boy. I'm the
Son,
only
I
one.
bet
Everywhere.
you
Oh no, I don't sell
That's what
hard
I'm saying.
copies.
Where do I get it from?
No, I don't sell hard copies. Everything is digitally streamed.
So
and
it's your
shit.
merch. I know you got some merch too.
Oh
right?
yeah, I got shirts in the trunk, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
yeah,
so-
BAM.
Got some money.
BAM. BAM is
man.
We got cash, homeboy. We got cash, homeboy.
COD, homie.
BAM is
Cash on
the brand. By any means, I got a single coming out. By any means, also. Shit, shout out to all my producers, man.
That's what's up,
AI, MISFIT, SOTO. Fuck, man. Ace Beats, Audio. Still killing them. Shit, shout out to all the homies on the grind. You know what I mean? Everybody in my genre. If they, you know, this is another thing I want to tap in. All right, to all the Chicano rappers out there.
That's right.
And all the talk about the title Chicano rapper. Don't fucking worry about the name of the genre. You're talking about the genre as if there's a reason to talk about it. Until we drop a hit, until we put ourselves on the map, then we'll go back and talk about it. Because right now, all you're talking about is nonsense. Don't worry about what the fuck they call us. Just worry about if they call you a hit or not. At the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about the title of the genre. Nobody gives a fuck if you're full-blooded Mexican. Nobody gives a fuck where you're from. Nobody even gives a fuck if you're rich or not. The audience just wants good music. So drop good music and stop tripping off the petty shit.